And here's how it looks when you open the box. And here's how it looks from the side. You'll find smaller box inside with a 3-amp charger and set of pedals and full tools and a manual. First you will attach the handlebar by removing the bracket first from the stem, readjust it and recenter it. Then you would turn around the fork and reattach the handlebar with the bracket and 4 bolts you just removed. The next step would be attaching the fenders and headlight. Just removing the bolts and then reattaching the fender and the headlight. Then you would remove fork protector and reattach the wheel. Before attaching the wheel, remove the washer and the nuts and make sure you reattach them back and retighten all the nuts and the bolts. Next step is to attaching the pedals. Pedals should go right to the right, left to the left. Make sure you put them correctly, otherwise they're gonna fall off while you're riding. Footrest are optional. It's simple, just insert it and put the bolt behind and tighten up. And the next step to plug back the wires on the handlebar. And here's how the YotoBike Lion model will look once you assemble. The assembly actually pretty easy, and if you need to have a ride on the back seat, then you want to install the footrest. Otherwise, I don't recommend to install them because they're just extra weight and they're a little bit noisy. You might hear while I'm riding. So if there's no passenger, there will be some noise. Okay, let me show you how I will look on this bicycle. Okay, so that's how I will look on this bike. So you can see the suspension works good. Also, you got seat suspension, which is also works good on this bike. I like it. It's already included in the bike. So it's basically right out of the box. Nothing added on this bike. And position is good for me. I'm 5'11", so the seat can go as low as 36 inches from the ground. But the reason 36 inches because it comes with a suspension post. And you got about 3 inches over here for suspension. So if you need it to low down, so you might want to change the post, so it will go like to 33 inches from the ground. But it can go up to 41 inches from the ground, so somebody over 6 feet tall can easily ride the bicycle. Also, it comes with a handlebar which is taller than regular bicycle, so it's about 44 inches from the ground because the front wheel is 26 inches, you can see. The front one is 26 by 4 and the rear one is 20 by 4 inches wide. Young tires, which is good. Have never have any problem with the brand. And the combination is kind of unique. The front wheel is larger, the rear one is smaller, but we're gonna check it out to see how actually it rides. And it does come with a front fork suspension, you can see, which works pretty good. It does have a front headlight. It comes with a horn and turn signals on the back. And it does come with a very nice seat as well, which is wide and comfortable. The Lion model comes with 2 options of the motor. This option has 500 watt motor, but they do sell them for 750 watt motor. So if you live in the hill area, then you may want to get 750 watt motors. And also it does cover the chain, which is good. So if you're riding in like jeans or pants, they will not stuck in a chain. Also the rear seat, as I said before, I think it's much longer than my other cargo bike, and it's wider. It's not soft because it's kind of vegan leather, but it's right on top of wood, I think. Over here also kind of I'm not sure if it's wood kind of material or plastic, but it feels very solid, but it's shaky because the way they install it, it just insert it and hold it with a bolt. It comes with a full rear mudguard and also the front mudguard. And handlebar is 27 inches wide. Display damage, as you can see over here. I damaged it because the display was all the way up. When I was turning like handlebar, I forgot to put it back. And when I adjusted the brakes, it just moved because when you put on the stand, the front will move a little bit, so it will just move one side and squish with the frame. That's how the got damaged. But YotoBike sent me replacement display, and I'm gonna replace it in the next video. Let's turn it on. Display actually pretty bright, as you can see right now. Like you can see a diameter reading, you can see also trip reading and watt power reading. So you got instant watt peak power reading, and I was making over 1000 watt peak so far. So it's 500 watt motor with over 1000 peak power in it, and it does look really cool bicycle as cargo, but it can be used just as a regular bicycle as well, because it's very good to pedal. It comes with 7 Shimano speed gear, and it's a Shimano Tourney, and it's half throttle with vegan grips over here, vegan leather grips on both sides. And you do have turn signals right over here, easy to switch. Pedal assist, easy to switch as well, right next to your thumb. It's going, if you press button, it will go to 0 pedal assist, and if you press upper, it will go to pedal assist up to the 5 pedal assist levels, and it will be full power. Again, throttle is not depend on the pedal assist level, so you can go on throttle, full throttle, and this is how fast it can go without load. About 30 miles, which is pretty good actually, but it's no load, and we're gonna test it out to see how fast it can go with me on top of it and with my wife as well. So the battery is 20 amps. It's a lowest set they have, but you can see this is bike like a monster bike. The front wheel is 26 by 4, the rear wheel is 20 by 4 inches wide. And what's good about this kind of composition of the wheel, that the front wheel give you better going over some curves, over some bumps, and like any terrain, I guess, because the most important, the front wheel give you more stability in this way. Also, it does come with a fork which has suspension, which also big plus, and it's not just basic fork. It does have a load adjustment on this side, and also a locking mechanism over here. So it's a really nice suspension. It's about 60 millimeter travel, and it's does a really good job riding on this bike more comfortably. Also, as I mentioned before, it includes seat post suspension right over here, which works also great. The Yoto Lion comes with 180 millimeter disc brakes, and it's by Myers, I think pronounced right or not, I'm not sure, but both of them front and rear hydraulic, which works really good. And it's not just basic one. They do have a see-through hole over here where you can see how much oil inside, because it's mineral oil, so you can see what mineral oil level inside, so you will never end up to be without brakes when you're riding. The charging port is on the side right over here. You just open up and charge it, or you can simply remove the battery with the key and the lock it on this side. And you do have options to attach the front basket right over here, which already come with the bolts right here. Most of the cargo bikes have an issue with the stand. This stand is pretty good actually, and as you can see, it can stand by itself, and I tried by myself sitting on it. It's still holding very well. Alright, so let's take it for the spin and see how fast this bike can go. Also to see if comfortable riding this bike. I already rode on this bike actually 9 miles, so the battery is not fully charged, but still looks like 5 bars on it. You may hear some noises from rear because of the footrest. Actually, they're making noises if nobody's sitting there. That's something I don't like if you're planning to ride just the bike without passenger on the back. But since I'm gonna ride it with a kid, then there should be no noise, should be good. So let's do the throttle only first and see how fast it can go. 0 to 6 miles, 9 miles, 12, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, and brake. Actually the brakes works good, so I hit 25 miles with throttle only, which is not bad at all for 500 watt power. They do sell 750 motor, as I said before, so if you need faster, I think the 750 will go faster for sure. This one can go up to 29 miles an hour, but it's based on the person weight, and I weigh 215 pounds, which is heavy for any bikes. So now we're gonna try to do with a pedal assist, and I go with pedal assist level 5 and pedal it. 17, 19. Oh, the car is braking, so I need to redo it because the car is kind of slow. 19 miles an hour, it's not gonna work, so we're gonna do one more time. So I'm gonna turn around and try one more time because the car was slow. So no problem. Actually it's fun to ride this bike. Okay, let's do one more time with throttle only. I'm sorry, with a pedal assist. 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So again, I have to pedal really hard, fast spinning in order to get 28 miles an hour. This bike can go up to 29 miles an hour based on the display when it's no load, but this is a cargo bike, so I'm gonna get a wife to test it out because I don't have a kids cage fence, the fence for kids. I don't have it yet, so without cage I don't want to ride with the kids, so I'm waiting. So once I get it, I'm gonna make another video and to see how it's with the kids. But now I'm gonna get a wife and see how she gonna like it. And let's go check it out, the brakes. It's a nice acceleration actually on this bike. I would not say it's cargo, but it's very nice. I mean, it rides really smooth. 24 easy, 25. And then I'll brake over here. Wow, the rear brakes, smells rubber. The rear brakes and front works really good on this bike. This bike is heavy, and it's, if you hear the noises, it's all the vibration from the this footrest, which I'm not sure how it's created. It's very durable, looks like a very like solid bike, like a tank, but at the same time, if you're not planning to use as with a passenger, then you don't need this footrest. You don't have to put them in, but they're already included for free, so that's a good part of this bike. A lot of stuff sometimes they sold separately, so they do include for free the footrest. And I like the foldable. This one is not, but they are very solid and they are long, so they are kind of give you better. But as a riding position, let me turn off the bike completely, go to the 0 and gear number 5. Right now I'm on no power at all. It rides really good actually, about 11 miles an hour. Pedaling is good. I can bring the seat actually even high if I want to, but I think it's good position. And I already rode 9 miles before. That's I was testing the suspension, the front fork, and also the seat suspension. So it works really good as well, because going through all these bumps on the road, you can feel like the seat just jump and down with you, so you don't really feel any bumps. So it's very smooth. So if you have a bad back or just want to have comfortable ride, they already include this suspension post, which is good. But I'm riding right now about 7 miles an hour with no power, and it's not bad. Actually, it's not bad at all. It's pedaling is fine. So if you're gonna be like out of the power in your battery, you can still pedal the bike, not that hard. So as any fat tire bike. Also the combination, the smaller wheel on the back, the taller wheel on the front, give you like kind of more like a tank position, so it can go on the curb or off the curb on the different terrain much easier and better, more stability on the road. So let me turn on. The throttle still work with even the zero pedal assist level, so the throttle always work, and it's a nice responsive throttle. I think there's like half seconds delay, and it's actually with any bike usually there's always small delay, which is normal for to have like half seconds, 1 second delay. So it's kind of safety feature, I guess. Yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna get my wife and see how she's gonna like this bike, and then we're gonna ride it together. Alright, so testing with my wife now. It's about 350 pounds, actually more probably for both of us together. So how do you like it there? It's good? Okay. So let's see how fast it can go on throttle only. About 50 miles an hour, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and I go with 22 with GPS only. So 24, and I'm gonna just brake here. So it made about 24 miles an hour with both of us. Did you like it? Alright, so let's try one more time with pedaling. So give my wife a little bit ride. She wants to go to the store. Okay. Let's see pedaling. With pedaling, actually accelerate much faster, of course. 19, 20, very stable. 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'll stay with 24, I guess. I don't want to go that fast for both of us. But the brakes is good. Let me brake it at one over here on the top side. Yeah, and they don't really squeak, so the brakes is good. And I'm gonna make another video for sure, because I like this bicycle, and also I'm waiting for the cage, like a fence cage for the kids to arrive, so they can be safe on the back seat. It's a little bit longer, so it will give them more space. Actually, they already tried to sit on this bike. They like it. They want to ride it, but I cannot take a risk because they can fall off. I know, like, they can sit on it. It's very comfortable. It's wider, also longer, so it's gonna be much better for them. And also it can carry more weight. Even with 500 watt power, I think it's a very powerful bike. If you are not planning to ride hill area, I think 500 would be more than enough. But if you live in a hill areas, then you would need to have more powerful bike, like with 750 motor, which they also have an options. So you might want to check link in description. There will be extra discount and also you can find the right bicycle for you with dual batteries and larger motor. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.